No is how you should be saying it, with that amount of authority, that amount of power behind your voice, whether you are any gender or human being. Whenever you avoid saying no, it's because it feels wrong, uncomfortable. It makes you feel guilty because you're a people pleaser. You want to make sure everyone gets along when that's not how it's supposed to be. If anything, you say no because you don't fully trust yourself. You don't trust what you believe. You say yes even when it drains you, to avoid conflict, to make sure that other people don't think bad of you. They don't have thoughts or gossip or whisper, oh my gosh, they believe something else. It's about you and your respect. It's about giving confidence back to yourself. When you avoid saying no, it comes from old beliefs. Maybe from when you were a child. Maybe from your environment even now. That you are forced to say yes, even when you want to say no. That your needs aren't important. That your choices and the things that you say aren't as important as the next person or the person you're speaking to. Saying no often relates to being selfish or unkind, inconsiderate, disrespectful. All of these negative connotations that take power away from us, that make us small, that shrink us and dim us. They are not you. You have every right to say no. You have every right to go against the grain. You fear of upsetting others, and it keeps you trapped in a yes mode, a yes man. Even when it costs you, you may want to say yes in certain situations because you feel pressure to do so. But even that in itself is lying to yourself. This shows a deeper fear of you, that your voice and choices don't matter, and they do. Holding back your no creates inner tension. When you decide to say yes instead of saying no, it confuses your own value. It confuses the time that you deserve. No is a complete sentence. It's a complete sentence. Look, watch. Hold on. I have to pretend that you're someone I don't like or that I don't agree with. No. That is a full sentence. It doesn't need justification. It doesn't need an apology. You don't need to say, oh, no, thank you. Or no, because of this, I'm so sorry that, no. You want to practice saying no to protect your time, energy, and peace. To bring back confidence and respect to yourself. Your boundaries matter just as much as anyone else's. Your opinion and what you say matters just as anyone else's. When you have conversations with certain people or with anybody, a conversation requires two people. So whatever you say matters and whatever they say matters, which creates conversation, which creates the interaction. As I said earlier, saying no builds respect. First with yourself, which is a good thing. You want to build confidence, you want to build grounding of yourself, and then that projects outward. Your inner world is the outer world. Whatever you perceive of yourself and your perspective of yourself will be replicated or reflected back to you from the outer perspective, from the external world. If you have a belief of yourself that you need to be kind and you need to say yes, people are walking over you. You're giving the opportunity. You're saying, hey, it's okay to walk all over me. I'm never going to say no. I'm always going to be yes. I'm always going to be happy. I'm always going to be the person that has no backbone, that has no opinion. When you say yes, you not reflect. You abandon yourself. You abandon your opinions. You abandon your choices and your thoughts because you don't disagree. You're not disagreeing about anything. And for what? To keep the peace with someone at work. To make sure that you're friends with everyone at school. Each no that you say is an act of self-care. It is self-love to yourself. It is empowerment. Let's say, for instance, something tedious, something that is insignificant. You're having a conversation with a friend or someone that you know, and you're like, oh, do you like coffee? And just because you don't want to hurt their feelings because apparently they're a coffee enthusiast, international coffee person of the world, where they have every knowledge about coffee, and they're like, coffee is meant to be in everyone's diet. You need to have coffee, this, and that, every single day. And they're passionate about the topic. And because you don't want to create conflict, or you don't want to step up for yourself, basically, you say, yes, of course I love coffee, but you've never drinking coffee in your life. In fact, you hate coffee. You are lying to yourself. You are hurting yourself. The inner child, the inner you, in which wants to be expressed outwardly, you are hiding, you are shunning, and you are punishing. Each no is an act of self-care. Each no is an act of self-love and empowerment. And yes, I need to say that twice. It's important for you to understand. Over time, when you say no, even in simple, small things, like, hey, do you want to go outside today? And even if you don't feel like going outside, or you're not really into it, or if you're not 100% in it, it's a no. If you aren't 100% into it, if you don't fully back something, it's a no. It means no. If you have to think about it, no. That's not to say that you shouldn't think deeply about certain things. But for things that need immediate answers, if they aren't willing to wait for a thought, oh my goodness, if they're not willing to wait for a thought or opinion on you, and they decide to cut you off because you are unsure of yourself, which leads back to building confidence with saying no, then they're going to assume that you're easy to take, easy to talk to, in a bad way. You are not a people pleaser. You have thoughts and opinions that are solely yours. Whatever you're thinking of, nobody else in the entire world is thinking those thoughts and things. They cannot. No one can possibly think of the same things in the same way that you think of them. Yes, people may relate to your mindset and ideals, but your mind is unique. You are special in your own way. Everyone is. Everyone has something to give and offer to others that they would never get from themselves. Whether that's an opinion, that's a choice, or anything. Over time, it builds confidence, and it will help you grow and make space for healthier choices, for healthier habits, a healthier lifestyle. When you say no, you're also saying no to being unhealthy. You're also saying no to bad intentions and habits. You're protecting yourself. You don't need to feel wrong for saying no. If anything, it should make you happy every time that you actually get to say no, because you are being yourself. You are speaking your truth. Your no holds power. Keep speaking it. Even when it feels uncomfortable, even when you doubt yourself. Every time you say no, you're saying yes to yourself. The more you stand in your truth, the more confident you'll become. This is all levels to being more confident, more powerful, more secure in yourself. If you are insecure, it is because of these certain things that you're doing, these choices that you're making, where you decide to shrink yourself, to dim yourself, to lessen who you are. You matter. You are important. The more you say no, and the more you decide to start doing these things, the more others will respect you, just as you learn to respect yourself. My name is Augustin. Thank you for being here, and this is Just Before Clarity.